I believe the best thing you can do in your homeschool setting is to create a reading workshop. So I'm going to give you 11 easy steps to building an effective reading workshop. A reading workshop can add a new flavor to reading and make it more engaging for your child, and it can create much less work or active assessment for you. By following these 11 easy steps, you can establish a structured and engaged reading environment that fosters a love of reading. Welcome to Epic Mom Life. I am your host, Kara Peterson. This show is sponsored by The Possum's Tale, a unique book adventure for your 6 to 12-year-old child. Let's jump into today's show. 1. Define your goals. Before diving into the nitty-gritty details of creating a reading workshop in your homeschool classroom, it's essential to establish clear goals for what you want to achieve. And it's not because necessarily the reading workshop will look differently. It's because, so what you're going to look at in the reading journals and everything will be different. So based on what you want to achieve, you will structure your reading workshop to make sure you've accomplished these specified benchmarks. Here are some possible goals. Improving comprehension of complex texts, enhancing vocabulary acquisition and word recognition, fostering critical thinking and analytical skills through close reading, developing fluency and accuracy in reading aloud, building confidence and motivation in independent reading. 2. Set up a reading area. Create a cozy reading nook with an area to store books and other reading materials. Your child will be spending regular time reading. Design a space they really want to visit. 3. Establish a routine. It helps to be consistent. Introduce a regular schedule for reading and journaling. 4. Select reading materials. Whether you choose to have a library day once a week, or you just keep your reading area stocked with books, you need to have reading materials that are of interest and reading level to your child available. 5. Practice what you preach. Yep, your example means a lot. You need to model to your child that reading is in fact important and enjoyable. So much that even though you are busy, you will spend at least some of the time that your child is silently reading, working on your own reading as well. Use various reading strategies. Teach your child to use the following active reading strategies: summarization, questioning, making connections, predicting, inferencing, and synthesizing. Your child can put these responses in their journals. I would say that reading journals are a key part of a successful reading workshop. I would actually say that you almost can't do a reading workshop without a reading journal. To me, they go hand in hand. A reading journal, if say that one of your reading goals is that it builds their vocabulary, that even though none of those reading journal questions help with that, in their reading journal, they can keep a vocabulary page for each chapter and they can be entering their vocabulary in that. So the reading journals are key to what you're going to want. It is also in the reading journals that you can have the types of questions that you use to accomplish those goals. So also if you're going to use spelling or anything you're going to be doing, to me, spelling is kind of old-fashioned in a way, and I know that that's not really a popular thing to think, but I like working on vocabulary. I like working on higher-level thinking skills. I talk about Bloom's taxonomy in the reading journals that I talked about in a previous blog, and in December, I'm going to be talking about, right now I haven't finished, but at this moment, I have 35 reading journal prompts for you. And I talk about how you can use the reading journal questions to have your child go up in different levels of critical thinking and thinking skills according to Bloom's taxonomy. So it's amazing what these reading journals can do. 7, foster a love of reading. What do you do when your child doesn't love to read? Try various genres, types of reading materials, and length. You can also look into storybook hunts and start them with the 25 days of books gift idea. Also try audio first. Give them a book on audio. 8, utilize book or reading trackers. Teach your children to keep track of their own progress about the books they are reading. Book trackers come in digital and paper and are easy or more complex. These are fabulous. They have all different kinds. They also serve to show your child how much they have accomplished. So it's kind of like a built-in, woohoo, you've accomplished this. They're really great. 9, encourage student autonomy. Use guided practice, so show them how you want them to respond to their writing. I love rubrics. I will be talking about how to use these and create these in a couple of weeks. I would create a rubric for what the expectations in the reading journals are. Here's an example. Read 5 days a week, 45 minutes each day. Record this in your reading tracker. Each day, make a reading journal entry of at least 3 sentences about your reading that day. At the end of the week, the reading response in your journal should be one complete paragraph that is an opinion paragraph about one of the following: a character's actions, how you feel about something happening at that point in the story, or how you are feeling about the book with solid examples or reasons to back up your feelings. The other 4 entries need to vary between questioning, connection, guessing what will happen next, which is predicting, and synthesizing. Personally, I'm not a fan of summarization. This is fine for younger kids, but the other things that I had them do at that end in that paragraph are all higher level thinking ideas. You can just have them summarize at the end of the week. I just find summarization boring. It's just like vomiting up what they've already read. But again, that is a skill that younger kids do need to learn. And if you have a kiddo that can't remember what they've read 2 days later, like if they get the weekend off, then it is a good idea for them to summarize what's happened so that they can read their journal on that day, and then they can come back on Monday and then they know what they've read. It also enables you to actually monitor your child's progress and know what they're reading and how they're engaging with the text. If you haven't read the book, you can just read those summaries. The rubric allows your students to assess how they are doing and to basically monitor their own academic progress, because within a rubric, you also have points assigned to each task. 10, respond. Some of the journal entries are going to be really enlightening. Some are going to be funny, and some will be so insightful that you will be stunned. Regardless, respond. Your child will love to know that you are interested in their thoughts. You can also respond to your child outside of school time and ask them about their books. Remember, you're reading in front of them. Tell them about your books. Have books be part of a conversation, because that makes the books real. Not the story real, but it makes it something that is real and tangible and something you guys can be having a conversation about. When you ask them what they're reading about, what they're liking, what they're disliking, you're showing them that you are interested. What books would they recommend that you read? My son actually recommended that I read a book series when he was like in 7th grade. He was so excited about this series. He's like, I just know you'll love it. He was so excited. So do they have any books that they would recommend for their friends, but that they wouldn't recommend for you? These are all really interesting things. 11, reflect and adapt. So I would actually say rinse and repeat, because a reading workshop is fabulous. And this is a pretty concise and thorough order of what you should do to create one. However, there will be different methods that do or do not work better with your child. Be flexible. Talk with your kiddo. What do they want to add to their reading time so that the workshop is more theirs? But you can elevate your child's reading time by creating a dynamic and engaging reading workshop in your homeschool classroom. Your child will find reading to be more interactive. The deeper thought that your child gives to their reading will also help to develop crucial communication skills, build empathy, and cultivate a deeper understanding of the text. Embrace the journey of exploration and discovery together, and enjoy. And be sure to check back in December when I have all of those reading journal prompts ready for you so that I can help you and your child get started. The kids' movie quote this week: there are worlds to explore, people to meet, and adventures to have. All you need is a library card. Mr. Dewey in The Page Master. If you are hearing this message, you've listened to the entire episode. And for that, I want to send you a huge thank you. Please leave me a comment or review and share with other moms you know. Get in touch in the comments or on Kara's social media networks. See you next week for a new episode.